live. Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming and stopping by today. Name is Carl Holson. I'm joined by Richard Taylor, Tamara Trowbridge, and Tom Marguccio. And who else? Who knows who else might pop on the line here. But today, it's going to be an open forum today. We're just going to be talking amongst the four of us here. We're going to be discussing different things that we want to maybe achieve, you know, with our business. Now, all of us are in the Legends Network business, and again, you know, if you're listening in and you're not in the Legends Network, you're just trying to get some information, that's fine. You can listen in to what we have to do, but a lot of this is all going to be focused on the Legends Network, okay, just so everybody knows. And if you're not in the Legends Network, well, you might even want to think about it, okay, because this program here is going to be a game changer this year, next year, and many years beyond that. And I know you've heard that line before, and it's kind of a cheesy line, but you know, with the experience that I have, you know, the 34 years experience that I have, I've seen so many different compensation plans and different programs come about, and the majority of them, you know, there's faults in them, but not bad faults, just faults in the way that they are designed, okay? Meaning that, you know, they might have a great product and a bad comp plan, or they might have a great comp plan and a mediocre product, or they have a great product and a great comp plan, but they just don't work together, okay? This is the thing that most people and most companies struggle with. The majority of them are always...
Hello.
I'm just going to mute you out here for a sec, Richard. Okay, so basically, what we've come across with the Legends Network is we've have a compensation plan that is what most companies would never ever use because they don't make the profit. Okay, it's all about profit, and I actually got into that conversation today with Alan Hordell, and it was quite amazing. There was some stuff that I really never knew. And I had a very good education done in about an hour's time this morning over breakfast. And this is just, you know, it's an amazing guy. I've known Alan for 12 years, and, you know, we never met. This was the first time we met today. And this is a guy that I will hang out with every single day of the week if I have the opportunity. Okay? He's just one of those guys that is personable. He's got charisma. And he just, you know, he is your 3-foot marketer, okay? You know how they talk about the 3-foot rule? Anybody that gets within 3 feet of you, you talk to them? He's like that, and I watched him today. We sat in the restaurant, and, you know, we're having breakfast, and we're talking business, and all of a sudden, 2 ladies behind us, you know, after they finished, they stopped by the table and they said, you know, excuse me, we heard you talking about this. And they had just joined a company. I'm not going to say what the name of the company is, but they just joined the company just in June, and were intrigued by what Alan and I were talking about. So they stopped by, and I actually got it on video. It's going to be up on my Facebook later today. You'll see it up there. It's quite amazing to watch what he does. It's I just loved it, and then he did it with the store manager, you know. And then when we were leaving the store, he did it for a random guy just walking in the door as we were walking out. This is just amazing. This is just network marketing in its prime. It's just it's amazing. So, anyways, enough of that. What I want to do is I want to have our open forum today. Noella, of course, doesn't have a microphone, so she'll just be maybe chatting in the chat or something. But I do have Tamara and Tom on here who do have mics, and we're going to have an open discussion on different things. So what I want to do is I just want to open it up to you guys to, you know, if there's anything in particular you want to talk about today. I did title this, you know, building strength and income with your downline in a program, right? And it's kind of a continuation from our Wednesday call that we had, where we were talking about, you know, how to build your downline to your advantage. So I'm going to open it up. Let's start with Tamara. Tamara, is there anything from the Wednesday call or anything that from what I talked about today you'd like to go further into? Tamara?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to get back to my. I'm running around my kitchen here. Well, I just wanted to. I didn't have a chance. I had to step away from the training on Wednesday, and then I haven't had a chance to go back really through the thing. So I just want to have a quick question that maybe you can answer me instead of me taking time to do all that.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you talking about using a rotator to send out. Do you use like Hercules and you just send out every day with that rotator, or I kind of missed that part, because I'm a member of Hercules where I can do every day now.
Yes. This is what I tell everybody, okay? When you have, like, let's talk about Hercules. Hercules has an opportunity for you to spend, I think it's $25. I think they have kind of special code. You can get $25 for the year. I think it's the gold membership. And it allows you to make a post, a solo ad type post. You can post however you want, but it allows you to do it daily to 65,000 people, okay? Now, people always cut to me saying, safe lists are just absolutely useless. They don't work. They don't do any of this. And this is where people are so deadly wrong, okay? First of all, if you don't get any response off of your ads in there, it's because you're not titling them properly. The subject line is key, because that's the first thing they read in their email, okay? So if you don't have a good subject line, it gets deleted, okay? And that's the end of that. Now, about the rotator, every post, whatever that post might be, whether it's a long post or a short post or whatever it is, I use my team rotator link in there. It's something that I use to promote my team. It's one link that I've made, okay, but it's masked through a domain that I've created.
Okay, that's cool. I've got that too. I just wanted to make sure.
You need to make sure you have a masked domain, and you do that in there. And the reason I use a rotator is because I can choose at any given time who I want in that rotator.
Right. Cool. All right.
Well, because never changes.
Because I have my 2 underneath me, and then I still have spillover. So there's actually like 7 or 8 on my team. So or under me. So I'm still learning.
Here's something really important, though. Here's something real important, Tamara. You never put anybody from spillover in your rotator.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Only people that are from your direct sponsorship. So people you sponsored and that they sponsored.
Okay.
Spillover you do not touch spillover in your rotator, because you then will start giving money away that won't impact you. Okay?
Okay, that's fine. That's what I was asking, because I missed that part. Okay,
that's real important. Okay, go ahead.
So just only the 2 that I have sponsored, I would want to make sure I add that. Now, do you add your own personal in there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Here's the thing that I didn't really get into it much on Wednesday, and I wanted to get into it a little bit more today. If you're going to do a rotator system, and I'm actually going to be building a page for the team that's going to go on the TLN action plan that will show you exactly how to do it. But in a nutshell, this is what I actually do. Okay. First of all, in TLN. Okay. Now this could be in any other program too, but we're talking TLN right now. Okay. The one thing, this is what you want to do. You want to have 8 to 10 personals. Okay. Always have 8 to 10 personals in here. Now that's why you can run a rotator, and if you've got 2 in there, you always put your link in there, or put your link twice in there. Okay. When you're in here, please keep yourself muted until I ask you to come on. Okay. So anyways, getting back to that, in your case, Tamara, you've got 2 personals. So what I would do in the rotator, if I only had 2 personals, I would have my link in there for every personal I got in there. So you've got 2, so you would have your link in there twice. Okay? So you would have 4 rotating in there.
Okay.
Because you need to be building your own business as well. Because this is all about building your business, not anybody else's. All you're doing is you're helping them. And TLN is actually the only business that I know online that will actually pay you way more money for actually referring people to other people, like giving links to other people. Okay? Like, for instance, you know, if you knew somebody, you knew John, and John wanted to join you, it would be, if you already had your 8 or 10 people, it's in your best interest to put him or her through one of your downlines. The reason is because of the way TLN pays. When 2 people get 2 people, it creates you a profit center. That profit center then starts paying you 3 to 5 times as much money as your first profit center. So, as your main matrix. Okay. So you have your matrix, and then you get another profit center or another position within your own matrix. Those positions will pay you 3 to 5 times more money than your original position. Okay.
So
the reason it does that. Sorry, the reason it does that is because you are your own sponsor in there, okay? So any kind of pass-up or anything like that that happens within our system or matching bonuses all goes to you, okay? It doesn't go above you. So you're making twice as much, 3 times, 5 times as much money because all the matching bonuses go to you. Nobody else gets that on your own personal profit centers, okay? Oh. Very, very big. Okay, see, like for instance, in your main matrix, you'll make 50 cents for the first person on level 1, 50 cents a person on level 2, and then $5 a person on level 3. Okay. Now, when you get a profit center that's created or a new position within your own matrix, you're now being paid $5 on the first level, $3 on the second level, and $11 on the third level. Okay.
Okay. So I know that I'm not a figures person. So all you're saying is just going over my head. I just need to know. You're saying I should have 8 to 10 people cross my first, and then after that, make sure I help get my 2 under each one of those guys.
That's all you need to do.
Okay. Now, once I do that, and let's say if they ended up getting their 2, do I take them out of my rotator at that time then, or because they got their 2, or?
Here's what I do. Okay. If you're going to start getting very popular doing that, so more and more people are going to start to follow you, and this will take a bit of time. So let the time build. Okay, I've been doing this now for 2 weeks, and now I'm getting hammered with it. Okay, because it's taken 2 weeks, because people are going to follow you first to see if this is actually working, right? You know, in the last 8 days, I have helped 26 people in my downline make money. 26 in 8 days. Okay? And the reason is because I'm placing people. Like I've put, probably 28 people into my business, of which only 4 of them were personal to me. Okay? And what I've done now is I've started helping all of my members get there too. Now, people would say I'm completely nuts for doing that. Okay? Let me tell you how not nuts I am. Okay? First of all, every single one of those that I have in there I'm getting matching bonuses from. Okay? 100% match bonuses. The majority of them in there, not all of them, there's about maybe out of the 26, there's 22, I would say maybe 4 or 5 of them I'm getting $30 matching bonuses, and then the rest of my people are getting the matching bonuses that I put them through their link. But here's what's happening. Remember how I said at the beginning, it's 2 that get 2. Okay? So I put 2 people in, and if I turned around and put 2 people underneath each one of those, what happens?
That's your first profit center.
I get a profit center. I am on the verge of 5 profit centers coming all at one time. Okay? Because I'm placing people underneath everybody. So I got 3 positions that I've done that in that is 1 person away from creating a profit center. I could find 3 people today, go boom, 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 and I got 3 profit centers just like that. Okay? Wow. Now, what I do, and this is what I do, okay, is because I'm drawing people to me, I put those people into my rotator. I don't care if I've got 100 people in there. I don't care, because the more people I have, the more money I'm making, the more money I can spend on advertising to get that link rotating out there. And that thing gets hit and hit and hit. So what's happening now, I'm building my base of all those people within my profit center. I'm now building all that. And in my profit centers, now I'm getting paid anywhere from $1 to $5 a person on whatever level it might be. So now, you know, in my regular matrix, my very first matrix that I have, I'm getting paid so much a level. You know, I get paid like, you know, $5 on level 3, and then it's just 50, 50, 50, 1, 1, whatever it is, all the way down. But in my profit centers now, I'm getting up to 5 times a person in there. And this is why I'm still doing the 2 that makes 2 that makes 2. Because now, those people that I put in there are now creating their profit centers. And what happens again when a profit center is done?
You get another spot.
No, I get matching bonuses on all that.
Oh, the matching bonuses.
So
See,
$5,000 in my personal profit. Remember, personal profit center, $5, $3, $11, 4, 4, 5, all the way down. That's what they're getting paid in there. So, you know, they could be down 4 or 5 levels and getting paid, I don't know, $1,400. Every friggin' month, I get a $1,400 match bonus on that. You see? That's the power of this system. This is why there isn't anything out there that will touch this, because companies are not willing to give up that much of their profit. They want to make between 40 and 60%. That's how it is. Because most programs out there have serious breakage, okay? And when that breakage happens, the company makes all the money, or the company owner, right? That's where all the money goes. In ours, we have so little breakage, you won't even see it because it's so far down where the breakage is, okay? All the way down. Most companies, you'll see breakage within the first 5 or 6 levels, and then another 3 or 4 levels down, and then so forth all the way down. Our breakage doesn't happen until, I don't know, probably somewhere around 17, 18 level, right? At that point, who the hell cares at that point? You're making so much money at that point, the little bit of breakage that might be there, hey, by all means, company, have at her. Because I'm already making 5, 6 figures a month. I don't really care at that point. You know, I'm not a greedy guy. You might have the odd person out there who's going to be a penny pincher and go, you know, even when they're making $100,000 a month, right? So whatever. That's what happens. And I think we lost Tamara for a second. But hopefully that answered the question that you were looking for. I know she's not on here, but she'll hear it when she comes back. Okay, Tom, what about you? Do you got any questions?
Yeah, where's my second? That's the only question I have. You're talking about building a profit center, and I want my qualification, Carl. So, you know, it's coming to the end of the month. And,
well, here's what I have to say to that. Get to work, okay? Because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it anyways. Again, you know, here's the one thing. You know, I mean, we do talk about that, and I actually tell people that, you know what, if you're not going to do it yourself, I'm going to do it for you anyways, because I'm going to make you money, whether you like it or not, because I'm going to make 5 times as much. So
what I'm hearing, Carl,
I really don't care.
What I'm hearing is that this thing gets powerful even when you put other people down below you, and other programs might say, "Oh, you're giving away your money." No, you're making money by helping other people make money below you, and the building down part not only gives you more spare start bonuses, but it also builds the matrix, and the matrix is where you're making your residual income. So that's where the power is.
There's a whole bunch of components in here which most people can't comprehend. It's taken me, you know, probably 6 weeks to get this into my head, okay? But the money is in the generated profit centers. And this is why you want to help as many people generate profit centers as you possibly can, because you get 100% check match on those.
Right.
There is serious money in there, right? So I'm the type of guy that will go out and put 50,000 people into my matrix all by myself if I have to. Because not only am I going to make check match bonuses like crazy, where I could be making $250,000 plus a month in this program here within a year or so. But not just that, is that I'm going to fill my matrix. So, and like I joked about all the time on here, and it's not really a joke because I'm very, very serious about it. I've already told Dal Smith that we're going to go shopping for an exotic sports card that he's going to pay for. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I've told Blair, you know, keep the truck warm with my money because you're paying me at least $500,000. because I'm going to achieve that. I'm going to fill the matrix. I don't care if it takes me 2 years. I don't care if it takes me 3 years. You know, the attitude that most people have out there is, oh, no one will ever fill the matrix. I got news for you. We're going to have hundreds of people filling the matrix in here, okay? The people that say, I can never feel anything, are the ones that just, you know what, they're lazy, they just got too much negativity in them, and this is why they never make any money. They will jump from program to program to program forever and ever and ever for the rest of their life, making mediocre money or maybe none at all. Okay? And that's just it. You know, I've been through the ringer myself many times, and maybe some of you guys have too. I know that Richard has. And I think you have too, Tom. You know, I've lost a lot of money online. But you know what? It's only friggin' money. You know, you can go back out and make that money overnight if you just take the time and follow the plans that we have in place. I have got a daily action plan that works. Anybody using it is getting sign-ups and making money. Okay? If you don't use it, there's not much I can do about it. I'm the guy that brings the horse to water. You're the one that has to drink it. Okay? I won't force feed you at all. I'll bring you to where you need to go, and then it's up to you to do what you need to do with it. If you don't do anything, so what? I don't care. I'm going to go out and I'm going to build the business regardless. If I have to put people underneath you to make me money, I'm going to do it. Because at the end of the day, every single one of us in here is responsible for building our own income. Fortunately for all of you, at least the majority of you, that you're in my downline, and you're going to feel the results of my work no matter what. You're going to make money. That's worst case scenario. How much? I have no clue. Okay? I know how much I'm going to make. Okay? Because I'm not going to stop till I'm at least 7 figures. I will not stop. I'm a workhorse.
Yeah. You know,
my wife says, you know, she goes, you know, don't you think it's time to come down? Why? What time is it? Oh, it's 10 o'clock, you know. And I start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I will go all day. I will work this thing 16, 18 hours a day. Okay? And I will do this until I'm satisfied with what I need to do. A lot of people will say, well, you know, I only have a couple hours to work a day. You only have whatever time to work a day that you want to put into your work. Okay? Everybody has 24 hours in a day. What they do with that 24 hours is up to them. If you want to sit in front of the TV for 6 hours a day, that's totally up to you. And again, you know what? I'm one of these guys, and I'll tell you just what I do every day. Okay? I'll come online at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll do what I need to do. I follow my daily action plan. I do my posts. I do my solo ads. I do all that kind of stuff. I have my wife doing ads for me and that kind of stuff. I got my Skype on my phone. It's going crazy. And, you know, I will do what I need to do. And then I will stop at around, I don't know, noon, 1 o'clock, and I'll go and I'll have lunch. And then I'll probably sit in front of my TV and I'll play my PS3 for 2 or 3 hours. Okay? Why? Because I can. Okay? I do whatever I feel I need to do to build my business. If I need to go back to my business after I've done that, then I do. Because it's my life, I can do whatever I want. Nobody controls or says anything that I need to do, other than my wife, right? So, but you know, if I want to go golfing, or if I want to go fishing, or if I want to do, I do it. Okay? If I decide that I'm going to work for 1 hour a day, then I have to be satisfied with whatever results that 1 hour gives me. I can't blame anybody else because it's nobody else's problem. Because if I don't go and do my work, and I don't go and do my quota that I need to do every day, and I make myself a personal quota of $188 a day. That's my personal quota. You know? So normally I will go until I do it. Sometimes I'll have it done by the time I wake up in the morning and I can just take the day off. You know? Sometimes I have people that come in and, you know, make me a few $100 overnight. Hey, okay, you go fishing today. Right? It's all up to the individual what they want to do. Okay? Life gets busy for everybody. Some people work full time. Some people have families. Some people have kids they got to deal with. you know, everybody has something they have to do. The one thing that they allow to happen more in their life than anything else is excuses. Okay? It's up to you what you want to do. The Legends Network provides the best training I've ever seen in my 34 years, the best support that I've ever seen in my 34 years, and the best money you'll ever make online in my 34 years. And in order for you to experience it, like I have already, okay, and Rebecca, and Joel, and Alan, and all the other hundreds of others that are making a lot of money in here, is the only way you're going to experience it is by taking charge of your life and deciding what you want to do. I mean, you have Richard that's in here. He's retired, okay? And, you know, there's certain things that Richard does in a day because he's retired. He doesn't want to spend his whole day in front of a computer, okay? But, you know, Richard has asked me for the plan, and I've given him the plan. So if he follows a plan and works it for 2 or 3 hours a day, the chances are over the course of those days and weeks ahead that he's going to end up getting a lot of referrals coming in. He's going to make a fair bit of money, and he'll still be able to go out and do the golfing that he likes to do and the traveling and everything else. Okay? It's because of the way our system is designed. It's the support that we have within our system. Anybody got any questions to that? I know I could just harp on, but I want to make sure everybody's participating in this. Yeah, no?
Thinking. Yeah, I like the idea of the rotator, Carl. The idea that we can all use that system to help build below us when we have people on our front line. Help build down, because it's a viral way of going down.
Well, let me explain to you why I do a rotator, okay? The reason I do a rotator is not to help you, it's to help me, okay? It's going to impact you, okay? But ultimately, I use it to build my business, okay? It's not my responsibility to make you money. It's your responsibility to do it.
Right.
It's just the way I build my business. I need to do it whatever way I need to do it, and if I have to put people through you to do it because you're not doing it, then that's what I do. You know, some people will say, well, you're just going to make people lazy. I don't care. I don't care if I'm going to make them lazy. They're probably already lazy already, right? Mm-hmm. And don't take any offense to this in here. I'm just talking in general, okay? Now, you know, if I end up putting 2 people through you, Tom, and then 2 people through those people, and you don't do anything,
right?
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
You're making
because
money.
I'm building my income, not yours. Well, I happen to be building yours at the same time, but I'm building it for me, not for you. You got to remember that, because in general, Tom, yeah. I hate lazy people. I can't stand them. I despise them. Okay, so, but in order to build my business, sometimes I help them, and lazy people are not everybody. There's certain people. You're not lazy, Tom, and I know Richard's not lazy, and I know others aren't lazy. You just are still learning. But there are people that join your business, they fold their arms like this and go, I'm not doing anything. You can do it all. I don't care. Just pay your monthlies every month. I'll put people through you, and you can make money. But don't ever come to me and say, I'm not making enough money. Because then I'll tell you to go where, right? Yeah. Because you didn't do anything. I did all the work, right? And again, I've put 22 people in people's businesses where all I was impacted by were $30 coded bonuses.
Right.
Okay? They made either the 50 or the 80, and I made the 30. I could have been a greedy little, you know what, and put everybody through me and take all the $80.
Right.
But what does that do for me?
It doesn't go flow you.
And I just created spillover. It doesn't do a damn thing for my downline, because they still have to get their 2 to qualify to get paid. And if they don't get their 2, they're going to quit the business.
There you go.
So I do what I need to do to secure my downline and make it strong. And that's why I do what I do. People call me nuts for what I'm doing, but you know what? I'm securing my downline. I have 0 fallout. No one has quit on me yet. Nobody. 0. And they won't. You know why? Because I'm putting people through them, they're getting paid for it, and their accounts are filling up with money, and they're not going to quit when that happens. No one will. They would have nothing up here if they did.
Except that person who has all those people under her, and she's only didn't sign up anybody. That's the only person that's crazy in this business, is that woman who has 3,000 people below her and didn't sign up one person.
And you know what? There's lots of people out there. You know, it makes me laugh because people go and they join programs, and you know they walk away because they've got this shiny ball syndrome. Okay, that they come in and you have to. It's very, very hot here today, so that was a cold towel I was putting over me. Okay, but they you know, they'll join a program and then they'll go join something, and they'll forget all about this. And that's probably what's happened with that lady. She's forgotten all about it.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe she used a bogus email, so now, you know, what's happening is that she's getting emails, or she just doesn't look at that email, and maybe her sponsor is saying, are you nuts for doing what you're doing? And she's not responding. Because if she did, if I had 3,000 people below me, that's paying me roughly about $2,000 to $3,000 a month in income.
Right.
You know what I'd be doing? I'd be pulling out my credit card and I'd be paying for 2 people. I don't care who they are. Boom, boom. I'd be paying for them. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because you know what that does? That gets me paid all that money that's there.
Right.
Boom, boom. I would spend $129.95 twice. Boom, just like that.
Yeah, $260 is worth it.
You better believe it. If I know I'm going to get $3,000 in a few days, absolutely.
Yeah, she's got
no hesitation whatsoever. But this is someone who's not paying attention to anything.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
Okay? Because, you know, if her sponsor, and I know the sponsors have, and I know the uplines have tried to contact her, but she's not responding.
Who are we talking? Is this another one that is getting a good downline? I didn't hear about this one.
This is a lady who's in from the beginning and has Rebecca below her.
Oh, and Rebecca just did all that? Wow.
Rebecca did all that. She's got all this money flowing in, and nobody can contact her. No one can get a hold of her. And so far, now she's missed out on $3,600 that could have been paid to her. And then next month, who knows how much it's going to be? It could be $5,000, $6,000 by next month. The month after that, it could be $12,000, $15,000. And the thing is, you know, I'll bet she's probably broke or not making anything, and all that money is being bypassed to her to upline because she didn't bother to do that. She's losing out on all that because all that money gets passed up if it's not collected, right? It goes up to whoever the next sponsor is in line of sponsorship. So lucky them, whoever that might be. You know, it could be Alan because that's Alan's downline that Rebecca and that girl is in, right? So, but you know, this is what I mean. You know, if you're going to get involved in a business, you know, make sure that you're actually going to work it. And this is the problem with most marketers out there, because they haven't been educated or mentored or trained properly, that they'll join program after program after program and never make any money. It's because they've never been taught. They've never been coached and mentored on how to do it. There's so many people out there that I know personally that say, hey, come here, I'm going to mentor you. I'm going to teach you everything you need to do. And they're not even making $300 a month. Who the hell is going to listen to someone like that? You know? Starting their own program, their own mentoring thing. Oh, I'll show you exactly how to, and you're not even making $300 a month? Who the hell is going to listen to you? You don't know how to make money. Right. Don't tell me you know how you're going to mentor me when you don't even know how to make money. You know, I'm not even saying I'm the best mentor because I get mentored by 7- and 8-figure earners out there. That's how I get mentored, and then I pass down that knowledge to my downline. But see, I'm a proven earner, okay? You know, I've made $30,000 in a month. I've made it in consecutive months. I've had $6,000, $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 days. I know what it's like to make money, you know, because I get out there and I follow exactly what I'm taught to do. Most people, you know, people could listen to any of my training that's out there. Like I could have training all over the internet. People go, why do you give this stuff out? Because I know that less than 1% is ever going to look at it and follow it. So I don't care, right? You know, everybody goes, oh, aren't you worried about people finding out what you do? No, because no one's going to look at it anyways. I'm going to go about make money. I'll make all kinds. I could show you guys on video how to do the most powerful referring system with a rotator that I'm doing right now that's getting all kinds of people coming in through it, and I could put it up on YouTube, and I could advertise it on YouTube, and I will get less than 1% of the people that get the link and get the information will actually go there and watch it. The only ones that'll do that are the hungry ones. And quite frankly, those are the ones I want in my business. You know, most people aren't hungry that are out there. And the ones that are hungry, they connect with me. Like Richard connected with me. He's hungry. He's retired, but he's hungry. He wants to have some money. Joyce is another one. Joyce Radford that came in. She's hungry. She hasn't made any money on the internet, but she's hungry to make money. And they're willing to listen and learn to anybody who wants to teach them. So I give them the stuff, and then they work with it. They activate. They work on it. You know, I can actually tell you how many people are going to my daily action plan, and it'll shock you. Okay? Because I've given that to all of TLN. And it'll shock you how many people are actually going to that link. I got stats on it. That's why I don't care to hand out the information, because I know how few people are actually going to that link on a daily basis. And yet that's what I do every day. And why do you think I'm making the money I'm making now? Why do you think I'm signing up people almost every single day in my business? I'm doing exactly what I got on the TLN. Exactly. I post that to everybody every day. I had one guy go, you know, I haven't looked at that link in a couple of weeks. Well, that's not my problem. You know, if you'd been following it, you'd have a full back office by now. You know, if you want to wait for me to do it, that's fine. I got no problem. But I do that. My rotation system and everything that I do for my downline is at my speed, at whatever pace I do. Not at whatever. I mean, if you came to me, Tom, and said, where's my second one? I'll say, when I'm ready to give it to you. You know? And if you don't like it, hit the road. There's another guy waiting to take your place. You see, I'm not worried about anybody saying, well, I'm going to quit. Go, quit. Because I got someone I'm going to replace you with anyways, if you do. Right? Because, I'm the guy who's going to go in and build my matrix solidly from top to bottom, no matter what. And because I'm going to do that, I'm going to make a lot of people an awful lot of money. Okay? But I'm doing it to secure my income. It's just going to impact everybody all the way down. And I can do that with this system and never lose money. That's why I love this system. I couldn't go to any other company out there and do what I'm doing today. I couldn't. I'd have to be the greedy bastard out there. Oh, sorry, the greedy person out there that is, you know, going to have to do it that way. And unfortunately, when it's done that way, no one sticks around in a program long enough. They all have 15 to 30-day syndrome. That's it. Everybody that's in here, that's in my downline, I have impacted with at least one person in their first 30 days. I think there was one person, and that was Joanne. It took me just over 30 days to do it. But still, the point is that I'm doing what I need to do to secure my downline. Okay? When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So, I guess I better get off the soapbox a little bit. And, you know, this is information I need to get out to you because I need you to be in the right state of mental thought, okay, in this. Because I don't want to work with networkers. I want to work with entrepreneurs, okay, just like we all do. Because entrepreneurs are the ones that are successful. Networkers are the ones that fail, okay? Because they want to be entrepreneurs. And I'm here to coach and train as many people from being a marketer to being an entrepreneur. Totally different mindset. Networkers quit. Entrepreneurs don't. Okay? We don't quit. We find our way around any kind of roadblock that's out there. We don't get frustrated. You know, it's like, okay, that didn't work. We got to try this. Okay, that didn't work. We got to try this. Okay? If I had given up, if I had stayed and didn't become the entrepreneur that I am, I would have left this industry about 22 years ago. Okay? I've been through so many roadblocks, I'm telling you, probably from here to the end of Canada. Okay? I'm telling you, the money that I've lost and everything else online, I don't let it bother me. I can't. For all the money that I've lost, what drives me is to get it all back, and move forward and become that success. I can't allow anything to happen. It's like going to a casino and throwing $100 in a slot machine. You go bing, 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 bing. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Hold up the casino and ask for your money back? Right?
Right.
The thing is that when you have money, you got to remember that money can be made at any given time. There's always a way to do that. And that's one thing that you have to always remember. You can't allow for one or two incidents in your marketing career to catastrophically put you in the wrong direction. Okay? And that's what happens to most marketers. They'll get into business and they go, oh my God, I lost all my money. It's only money. It's only money. If all of a sudden you're in a program and you go, oh my God, I lost most of my kidneys. Well, that's something different. Right?
Right.
Because you only have one life. Okay? But money is one thing. And anybody can make that back. And if you're working with the right people, you're getting mentored by the right people, that money can come back that fast.
Yeah, I think a lot of us who've lost money in the past come to the point where we see a program that has even the greatest promise. And I think that with the Legends Network, it's shown by the people that are attracted to the program that if these people are attracted to the program, how could it not be good? This is the ultimate drawing point, attracting point for successful people. So success attracts success, and that's why I think we're staying where we are, and that's why I'm staying where I am. I know you're going to get me the second person. I'm just, you get a little frustrated, but yet the faith that I have in you, because I know that you're driven, that you are doing what it.
Again, this is what I hear from you, Tom. Is like, well, I'm going to sit here and wait till Carl gets me my second one. You can if you want. You can if you want. That just tells me that you've got a defeated attitude. You're not even interested in getting your second one.
No, it's not so much.
That's what you just told me.
I know. No. I'm telling you.
Right? Although I'll do it if I have to. I got no problem doing it. But I mean, if you want to have a defeated attitude and say, well, I'm going to wait for you to do it, by all means. It doesn't matter to me, right? But then you have to understand this too, that if you sit back and you don't and you have that attitude, then who knows how much money you'll ever make in your lifetime? Because now you're becoming dependent on somebody. Although I'm going to do it regardless, okay, I'm doing it for me, not for you. Okay, always remember that.
Right.
I'm a businessman, okay? You're never, ever going to pay my bills. You're never going to pay my rent or mortgage or car payment or utilities or put food on my table or clothes on my back. You will never do that. Otherwise, you would have sent me all that money already. Right? I'm here to build my business, just like you're here to build your business. If you want to rely on somebody else to do it, then you'll end up with the other 98% that are broke because you're not learning anything. Okay? This is the thing I'm trying to get into your head now. You don't learn anything by sitting back and waiting for somebody else to do it, even though they say they're going to do it, which I will. And believe me, when I put somebody through you, I'm going to start working with them, and then I'm not going to be working with you anymore. It's that simple, because I'm done at that point. You understand? Because if you haven't figured it out now, that I'm here to build my business, not yours, but I'm just going to impact people. You have to understand that. I mean, this is business. You can't take this personal. You and I are still friends and will always be friends. But in business, this is business. You know, you're in my downline, you're part of my business, and in order for me to succeed in my business, I have to make sure this gets done. If you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it. Okay? But you got to remember, once that's done, the business part of the relationship, we're done that way. Right? If you're not going to do anything to impact my business, there's no sense in us even, we're done at that point. You understand? And you got to be that way with people. Because if they're not motivated, then you are going to have one heck of a hard time. And see, with me, I don't care if it takes me 5 years to build my matrix. You see, I'm not in any hurry to do it. I'll do it. And if people come and say to me, well, you said you were going to get me to, well, sure, I'll get you to. Okay? But I'll get to you when I do, because the people I put into my matrix are done by the date timestamp that they join me. And they get one person. Boom, boom, boom. And then I go back and I start all over again. When I get back to your second person, I don't know when that's going to be. That could be, I don't know, 2 months from now, Tom. I have no idea. If you want to wait 2 months, and if I have spillover that goes into your thing that creates you $500 a month and you still haven't got your second, that's not my problem. That's your problem, because you didn't do that. You understand? I'm here to help and do whatever it takes to help my downline make money. But if you want me to build your business for you, you wait and let me do it at whatever pace I want to do. Don't come and tell me, I know you're going to give me my second. Well, I'll get you your second. I'll get you a third and your fourth or whatever. But you know what? I only give 2 to everybody in my business. That's it. I give 2 to qualify them. Do you know why I do that?
Yeah, I know why. It's that's the qualification that allows that profit center.
That's right. See? So, again, here's where we're at. I get you 2 personals, and then I'm done with you. You come out of my rotator, and I got nothing to do with you anymore. We're done. Now what I'm worrying about is the 2 people underneath you. And that's the only people I concentrate on. I don't have to work with you anymore. I'm done at that point. You understand? Right? Yeah. You know, I still work with you if you start bringing your own people in, but if you don't bring any more in after those 2, we're done. I mean, as far as the business relationship goes, there's no more need for us to communicate anymore, right?
Right.
Because you've stopped. You've got what you wanted, and that's it. And that's how it is, and that's how it has to be in business. And people don't realize that, you know, everybody goes, well, you got to work as a team. I work as a team with people who actually want to work. If people want to sit there and wait for me to build their business, that's not working with anybody. That's just somebody who wants a free ride. And you know what? In this case, they're going to get one from me, but only 2 at that point. That's it. Then I'm done with them. I take them out of my rotator and whatever it is, and I don't need to talk to them anymore, because I'm building my business from there on down. Right?
So what do you do with the people below them? Below those people? Is that how you build it?
Again, yeah. Because I'm building my business. So I'm going to do that with everybody, all the way down. Once I give them 2, they're gone. And if they don't do anything, if they just sit there and wait for me to do it, they're gone. And I'm not going to talk to them anymore. I'm done. Business-wise, I don't talk. Just like, and don't take this the wrong way, Tom, okay? You and I are friends, and, you know, but you have to understand, if you wait for me to give you your 2, and then you don't do anything from here on forward, is there any reason for me to ever work with you again in my business?
I guess not, but we haven't discussed the rest of the issues that are involved here. And,
there's no other issues. That's the only... We're talking about my business, not yours. We're talking about mine. If you're not motivated enough to go out and do what you need to do, I could put $10,000 in your pocket every single month from everything that I do. But if you don't put another 3rd person or more in this business, I have nothing to do with you anymore.
I don't expect you to put a 3rd person. I don't expect you to build me out sideways.
Well, it won't happen. I'm telling you right now, it won't happen. Everybody in my business gets 2. That's what I do because I'm building my profit centers.
Right.
Okay? And this is why I do what I do. But you have to remember, I'm a businessman just like anybody else that's out there. And everybody has to think the same way. You know, you're going to get freeloaders out there. I'm not saying you're a freeloader, Tom. Don't take this the wrong way. But there are freeloaders out there that just want to sign up and for me to build their business. And it's going to happen, okay? And I don't care because they're going to make me a lot of money, just as long as they pay their monthlies. If they drop out, well, then I got to find somebody else to put in there. So what? It's my business. That's what I have to do every day. It's not up to anybody else to do it. So you have to have that attitude with it. It sounds like a real coarse and harsh attitude, but it's not. It's just, it's business, right? Yeah. Everybody wants to, when they're involved in business, they want to be, oh, you know, we should go for coffee or whatever. You know, if you're not in the business to build my business, I want you to impact my business. I want you ultimately to take the pressure off me. I'm never going to stop building. But if I get somebody in who's going to start putting 4 or 5 people a week in there, that takes the pressure off me, right? And it builds my business. But if I got to turn around and start doing it all, and I don't see any kind of work or any kind of, you know, type of effort that's being done by those people, what's the point? What do I need to do anymore? I'm already making the money. They should just be happy with that. Just go off into the sunset and spend your money. Whatever. Right? I don't care.
So how are you building? Let's say the person comes in and they're not doing anything, and you put people underneath them. That's making. I'm
still going to put people under them, regardless, because it builds me profit centers.
Right. So they're making money too, even if. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do anything, because there's issues that we discussed, and we'll talk more about that. I'm going part-time, Mr. Carl. I'm going part-time on this, not because I want to, but because I have to.
You can do this at any pace, okay? Right. I mean, I know people that are working 1 hour a day on this, okay? You can work this business for 1 hour a day and make yourself $10,000 a month, so there's no excuse. Okay. You just got to do what it takes every day.
And I'm not saying I'm not going to do anything. It's just it's going to be fewer hours. I'm not going to be
taking this personal. Don't take this personal, Tom. We're having a conversation, and I just kind of singled you out. I could have picked on Tamara. I could have picked on Noella or whoever I wanted to, right? I could have just picked a name at random. We just have to be talking. You're taking it personal. Don't take it personal. Okay. Okay? We're having a conversation here. If you want, I'll change the name to somebody else. Donnie Darko. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the name is. I'm just talking about the person. You know, I was using you as an example. Right. I know you're going to build this business. I'm not worried about that. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the thing is that you've got some issues that are related to your confidence, okay? Right. And that's what I'm going to try and do and build back in everybody, okay? Most people have a confidence issue in business. That's why a lot of them don't do anything. They either don't have the drive, they don't have the direction, they don't have the mentoring, whatever it is, okay? There's always something there that's got to be built around. Those people are marketers, okay? Once you are able to get over all of those barriers, everything there, whereas anything that comes up in the day doesn't bother you. You know, someone comes and yells at you on Skype or something like that, or someone says, well, I'm quitting, or my marketing isn't working, or whatever it is. The moment you start letting that stuff ping off you and not bother you, that's the breakthrough that's going to make you a ton of money. But right now, every time you and I talk, and it's not just you and I talk with a lot of people like that, everybody is in negative thought pattern. And negative thought patterns don't make money. Okay?
Positive things, you know, when you start getting successes, it's easier if you got a bunch of successes going, it's easier to deal with.
How the hell do you think I got success? Okay? Don't use that as a friggin' excuse.
All right.
Okay? How do you think I am a success the way I am today?
You dealt with all the failures.
I don't let anything stop me from doing what I'm doing. I go out and I do what I need to do every day. I work very, very hard. Okay? Some people say, well, I work hard too. I'm telling you, you don't work like I do. Okay? Because if you did, you'd be making the money I'm making. Okay? You'd be making the money that Alan's making, that Janet's making, that everybody else is making up there. These people work their butts off. We don't have any excuse at any given time. Like, even on here, and this is what I'm trying to tell you about your thought patterns. Your thought patterns need to be changed. Okay? And I want to make sure that I get this done in the next 30 days with you. You and I are going to work a lot of one-on-one, I think. Okay? Because I need you and anybody else, and that goes for Tamara, Noella, or anybody else, even though Tamara, you're not part of my team, you're part of my team, if you know what I mean. Okay? So I give that to anybody that's in here. Okay? Because you need to be in the right thought pattern and the right mindset at any given time The moment you come to your PC, you start to do business, everything has to change. Whatever happened that day, you know, if your garbage cans blew over and your garbage went all over the place, or someone broke your window, or you got a flat tire, or whatever it is, none of that stuff can impact your thought pattern when you get on the computer and you start to get down to business.
Thank you.
If someone starts coming to you and starts saying, "Oh, you know, see you later. Have a nice day.
Right.
Bye," right? I tell that to people all the time. They get mad at me, and I go, "You know what? I don't need the negativity. The moment you're positive, come back and talk to me. But until then, don't even bother. I'm not interested." Right? Because I don't need anything interfering with my thought pattern and my focus. And that's why people talk to me, because I am laser focused. Every time I'm texting with somebody, I'm talking to somebody, and I don't ever bring up anything negative. Okay? And that's when you're going to start to see the big change in your life. The moment that you don't allow anything, it doesn't matter what happens in your life. You know, here's a perfect example. 3 months ago, my sister died. She died just like that. I talked to her, and then the next day she was dead. Okay? Just like that, she died. Sitting there watching TV, and she died. I was still working that day. And I worked the next day. And I worked the day after that. It doesn't get any worse than that.
Really?
Okay? But you know what? Although I lost my sister and I miss her a lot, if I had let something like that take me down, my business would have gone to hell. You know, maybe called me, you know, some people call me all, you know, cold-hearted or whatever. You know what? Believe me, every day I was working, I was grieving over my sister. Okay? To this day, I miss her. Sometimes I still think I have to phone her. It happened that fast. It was weird. It's still weird today. Okay? But I worked through it because I can't let anything, including a death in the family, when my sister was very, very close to me, I couldn't let that impact me and get my focus off my business. If I did, I'd be broke. Honest to God. So
Carl,
you know,
how can you lift somebody else up if you don't want to have someone bring you down? If someone's below you and your attitude and your feelings, how do you go and bring somebody up? Because I have a concern about contacting you. If I happen to be down, I don't want to deal with you because I know that you don't want anyone to.
You're scared
down.
of me.
I'm scared. Yeah, exactly, Carl. Let's talk about that.
Okay, let's. You know what? This is actually a good topic. Let's talk about that. Okay, we kind of got off the topic of the whole thing here today, but this I think is important. Okay, when you're down, because you and I have talked many, many times, and I've talked to others that are in similar financial distress.
Right.
Okay, you know, when I've talked to them, and believe me, I've been there. Okay, I know exactly where you are. I've been there.
Right.
Probably worse. At least you're in an apartment or whatever it is. I was in my car. Okay, I was in my car. I was one of these guys who lived in his car for a few days in minus 27 weather because I didn't have anywhere to go and I had no money. Okay, I've been there. But what drives me is this. Okay, when I was in my car there, this was quite a few years ago, about 14, 15 years ago. When I was in my car, it was minus 27 that night. It was blowing snow. And I was freezing my ass off in my car. And I said, I'm not doing this no more. I did that for 2 nights. And I said, I'm not doing this anymore. And I says, tomorrow, I am not going to be in my car. So what did I do? I took whatever I had of my possessions and I sold them. I did whatever I could. The only thing I had was my car. I sold everything that was in my car. I sold almost everything that I had in my suitcases and a couple of boxes. I went and I sold it all. And then I found a place where I could stay. I phoned a buddy and I says, you know what? Can I stay there one night? And I stayed there one night. I went out and I did a couple of chores for people and made some money, and I went and I paid my first month's rent on an apartment because I said there's no way I'm staying in my car anymore. And at that point, I worked my butt off every single day to make whatever cash I could to get back on my feet again. That's what I tell everybody, and that's what I'm telling you right now. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, you are, look, you know, if you're struggling to make money at this point, okay, you need to figure out what you are willing to do to get it done. Okay? I've said that to you many times. I've said that to other people many times. Okay? I looked at stuff that I sold was very precious to me, but it wasn't precious enough for me to be on the street. Okay? That's how I looked at things. You know, a lamp, a chair, whatever it is in there. These are things that can be bought again.
Right.
Okay? But if you're going day to day and you're not sure how you're going to have your next meal or what it is, you do whatever it takes to make sure you don't get in that position. Okay? I did whatever it took. I did chores for people. I did whatever it took to keep me out of sleeping in my car again at minus 27. That is something I don't wish on anybody. That was the lowest part of my life.
Right.
And I will never be there again. But this is why I will always tell people that there is always a way to get out of wherever you are. Okay? You know, you're in one of the best businesses, in my personal opinion, in the entire world. Okay?
I agree.
If I was in your position, if I was in a position where I was ready to have to sleep in my car again, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be going to the malls, I'd be going wherever it is, and I'd be talking to people. I'd be doing exactly what Alan Hordell did today. At arm's reach. What are they going to do? Say yes, say no? You can't, you're either, it's either eat or be eaten, okay? That's what's going to happen. And this is the hunger you have to have. That's that inner beast that you got to bring out. And that only happens when you're cornered. Every animal on planet Earth has that inner beast that comes out every time they're cornered someplace. Whether it's a mouse being cornered by a snake, or whether it's a hunter or a deer being cornered by a hunter, or a bear by a hunter, or someone, you know, a deer by a bear, whatever it is. Whenever they're cornered, their inner beast will come out. They will fight and do whatever it takes, you know, live or die, one or the other. You have to have that inner beast come out. And this is what I've learned in the last years. Everybody is scared to try and find that inner beast. This is why a lot of marketers out there, some of the big guys out there, will tell you that, you know, sometimes you need to go to a quiet place and you need to think. Okay? I've done this a few times in my life. You know, last year was a very, very bad year for me. Okay? I had a business that collapsed on me last year, and I was almost broke. Almost broke. Okay? Everything I worked for in 2 years was gone in a matter of a couple of months. And I had to figure out what the hell I was going to do with my life. Because I didn't think I could be a marketer anymore. I didn't think I had in me anymore. So I had to take a weekend out, away from everything, and I had to contemplate my life. And I had to figure out, what am I going to do? I get a beautiful woman here. What am I going to do? Are we going to go live on the street? Is that what I'm going to allow to happen? Everything that I worked so hard for, am I going to have to just get rid of everything? And then, you know, what do I do? So I had to sit down and I had to contemplate what I needed to do. So you know what I did?
What's that?
I started selling my shit. Like I did 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I started selling my stuff to get back. I was getting behind on my rent. Everything was happening. I started doing what I needed to do. I sat back and I thought, what the hell am I going to do? And I went and I reached for that inner beast in me, and I said, this is it. I can't let this happen again. And I started going with everything that I bought over the years. You can see I'm a sports card collector, okay? I went into my collection, I started selling everything, taking 80% loss on everything I had. Didn't care. Didn't care. Because I needed to do whatever it took to get me out of my position. And I'll do it again and again and again. I have, you know, I've got theater seating downstairs in my house. I got a 55-inch screen TV. I got all the nice things. But I won't hesitate to sell one of them if I needed to. Not one.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I will do whatever it takes to get me to where I need to be. And this is why I do what I do with my team here. I'm here to help as many people and impact as many people as I possibly can. I did that to 26 people last week. Okay?
Right.
And I don't care if I got to do it all by myself. I don't care.
Yeah.
You see, this is the big problem with everybody. They don't want to have to do, they don't have that drive like I do. You know, a lot of them will just accept things. You can't accept things. It's just...
Yeah, Carl, I sold my stuff. I didn't sell those lamps and things, but I sold a lot of coins that I had and a lot of things, gold.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying there's something, you know, you don't even have to sell things, but if it comes down to it, you know, that's like a last resort, okay? But I will go out and I will network with people, okay? I go on Facebook and I look for people in my local city and I connect with them, and I'm connecting with people in Edmonton all the time now, okay? Why? Because Alan Hordell came and did kind of a threat to me. He says, I'm coming to Edmonton. You know? And I says, oh, that's great. He says, no, Carl, I'm coming to Edmonton. Yeah, I heard you the first time. That's great. He says, Carl, I'm coming to Edmonton. Do you know what that means?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I saw what that means today when I went and had breakfast with him. A 3-foot rule. This guy talks to anything that's within his reach. Okay? He's dangerous. But that's why he's successful. He will do whatever it takes. And this is what I'm learning. Even Rena today says, man, this guy's amazing. You should be more like him. You know? And you know what? With the experience I have, I should be a lot more like him. And believe me, that was a clinic today that everybody wishes that they were right there. I was within a foot of this guy when he was doing this. This was amazing.
So Carl, there's someone who's more forward than you are. There's actually someone who's more forward than you are.
Very, and I'm pretty open and easy in talking with people. But him, oh my God, you know what? I would follow him around.
He stopped everybody.
I'm telling you, you should. Green couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it.
We walked out of the mall and he stopped like 3 people. I was like, we gotta
Crazy.
go. Come on.
Crazy.
Well, did he
I
pitch
love
him?
that guy. Yeah.
Well, pitching him or talking to them or what? Well,
He just talked to people. He says, hey, how's your day going? Just random strangers. And they kind of look at him like this. And he goes, the one guy, like I said, the one guy goes, you look like my brother. The guy goes, are you nuts? I go, no, you look like my brother. And then he goes, what do you do for a living? He goes, oh, well, I'm an architect. Oh, are you retired? Or, well, I'm kind of semi-retired. And next thing you know, 2 minutes later, they're exchanging cards.
Yep.
Wow.
Go figure. This is what I mean. This is a guy, this is why he's a millionaire. This is why he's a multimillionaire. Is because he doesn't let anything get in his way. He's broken out of his shell where the nervousness that people have in them. Okay? He's written that off years and years and years ago. Because he's got the mental attitude that he doesn't care what people think. And that's what happens when you're a marketer. I mean, like, look, some people are going to listen to this today and they're going to go, you know, that Carl, man, this guy's like an idiot or something. You know, or maybe he's just whacked out or dropped on his head too much when he was a kid or whatever it is. You know, but the thing is, I just tell it like it is. People either like me or they don't like me. Okay? That's how it is. If I talk to people about that and they say no, that's fine. Have a nice day. You know, enjoy yourself. I'm going to. Right? Yeah. I'm going to have a great day. I don't know about you, but I'm going to have a great day. Right? And that's how you've got to be. You've got to be bulletproof. And you're going to hear every legend tell you that. They will tell you that day in and day out, that you got to be bulletproof and you can't let business you can't take business personally. Okay? Like, you know, we were having a pretty intense conversation here a while ago. And it got to a point where I saw that you were taking it personally. It's like, wait a second. Don't take this personally. Just because I was using your name, I could have used somebody else's name. Next time I'll use somebody else's name. Maybe that's not in the room here. Yeah. Right? Whatever. Right? I'm just saying, you know, that I want to make sure that anybody who's listening to this call right now, because this is very important, okay, that if you're going to go out and you're going to start a business, you have to make sure that you look after everything about your business. Val talks about it all the time on his calls. He says the most important thing is your business. You know, he talks about the $1 million. Why would we give out $1 million? Because it's the right thing to do. You have to look after your downline. You have to look after the people in your organization. I look after the people in my organization. Tom, you and I get on the phone all the time. Tamara can text me and get on the phone with me. Noella, anybody. I will get on the phone with everybody. But the moment that call and that starts to turn into the wrong direction, I will do whatever it takes to turn it around, or I'll terminate the call. Right? Because I don't need that. I don't need that. You know, I'll give you guys time to think about it before we connect again. But it's all business. But that's me looking out for you. You know, whether it doesn't sound like it or not, I'm looking out for your best interest because I want you to be in business with me for the rest of your life. Right. Okay? And that's why I do what I do. You know, sometimes I'm a bull in a china shop. Okay, maybe not sometimes, most of the time. But, you know, ask her. She'll tell you. Right?
You don't have to live with him either.
There you go.
There you go. Okay?
I can hang up the phone on you, but she can't do the same thing.
And you know, she's always beside me when I do it, because she's at home with me. Every time I do these hangouts, she's always sitting beside me, listening to everything. And if she feels she needs to comment, she's going to. Okay? If she feels that I'm being too aggressive or too much of a bull or whatever, you know, she'll come up, maybe cuff me in the back of the head, give you guys all a good laugh, whatever, right? It's just, I always have my downline in my best interest. Always. Okay? Even though sometimes I come across, and even people who aren't in my downline, like Tamara, you know, Tamara's in our business. Right. She's not in my downline, but she's in our business. So I want to ensure that, because any kind of negative impact towards the company from anybody impacts everybody in the company. You know, someone leaves this business and go, oh, you know, that thing is a sham. I put all this money into it and I never made a damn thing and blah, blah, blah. You know, all it takes is for somebody to do something stupid on the internet, like putting a dumb post or a dumb video or something like that, because they failed, not the company, but it impacts not just the company, but everybody that is in the company.
That's true. That's true. You got to be careful how you post.
You know, I've had people throw me under the bus, try to blame me for everything. It wasn't my fault. All I did was introduce you to the company. You didn't do anything. You lost money. Why are you blaming me? I didn't do anything. You know, you're the one that pulled out your credit card or whatever and put down the money and didn't do anything with the company and didn't make any money. So why is it my fault? Right? And that's just how people are. They want to blame everybody but themselves. And this is why there's so much negativity out there, because people read something that somebody, some bonehead did something bad or didn't do anything with a company, lost money, and that's because he didn't do anything. They read that and now immediately assume that the company is bad. Okay? Not knowing that that guy was a Nimrod or that girl was a Nimrod, hadn't done anything for 3 months, okay? Hadn't even logged in their back office, never made any money, and then just wanted to blame somebody else but themselves. Okay? That's what it is. When you join any company out there, you are becoming your own independent owner. Okay? They call them now IBOs, independent business owners. You'll hear it all the time online. I'm an IBO. I'm an IBO. Right? I'm an independent business owner. Okay? What you're doing is you're not actually joining a program. You're launching with a program. You're launching your business with a program. And this is what Val talks about. He says you're not joining anything. You know, joining is like joining a club or something. Right? You know, you're hanging out with a club. You've joined a club. You know, what you're doing is you're launching a business, and it's your business. It starts with you. You immediately become the CEO of your own business. And again, I got this line today from Alan, and you'll hear it on the video. Okay? Because Alan purposely said to the woman out there, because she called herself an IBO, an independent business owner, because that's what the terminology that they want everybody to use. The FTC wants everybody to use the terminology IBO, independent business owner, because that's what you are. Okay? You are working with that company, okay, alongside them. So you are a CEO of your own business. So whatever you do with your business, the results are all because of what you do, not because of what the company does. The company that you become an IBO with, such as the Legends Network, they provide you with a product, which is the audio magazine and the training and whatever else they decide that they're going to add in the back office. They provide you with a site that you can send people to get information on that business. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's up to you to work with that person, build the relationship so that they become either an affiliate with you or a customer or whatever. Okay? That's how business works. And that's how it's always worked. And that's how network marketing is always done, because it's all about the very first word, network. You know, if you're not going to build a relationship with somebody, it's just like if you were a store owner. I've been one. I know exactly what it's like. If I didn't build a relationship with my customers in my store, they would be a one-time customer. Okay? If I'm not going to sit there and build a relationship, I can never expect to ever see them again.
That's true.
So, and this is the problem with network marketers out there. They're treating people like a customer. Oh, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Don't care if you come back. Someone else will come by one day. Right? I don't know about you. But it's like, hey, welcome to my store. Thank you very much. What's your name, by the way? I'm so-and-so. Right?
Right.
I will start to build a relationship with people right away, because I want them to come back and see me again. I want them to be able to know that they can rely on me to provide them with whatever it is they're looking for. And that's what the whole thing is about, building strength for you and your downline. Because we're kind of coming back full circle to this whole thing. Because
Right.
if you're not doing that, then how the hell are you ever supposed to expect to build any kind of an income if you're just allowing people to walk away from you? Right? And again, answering your question, you know, how am I going to help you get when you're down? I'm just going to tell you what you need to do. This is how you're going to turn your life around. But I'm hard knocks on it. I'm not the guy that's going to sit there and tap you on the back of the shoulder and say, oh, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I'm going to say, you know what? This is what you got to do, man. And if you're not willing to do it, there isn't anybody in this world that's going to help you. Okay? So I'm hoping that, you know, I know we kind of went around things today on here, and we've kind of gone a long ways on this thing here. I'm not going to drag it out anymore, but I'm hoping that what I shared with you guys here today made a lot of sense. Okay? Because I'm here, again, I'm here till the end. Right? You know, maybe some of you will be long gone. Maybe you'll be at my side 5 years from now. I don't know. But all I know is that I'm not going anywhere. And I'm building this thing right to the end because I'm driven. And I hope you're all driven too. Because I'd love to for the next 5 or 6 years. Or 10 years or whatever it takes. Because this is my last program, folks. I'm not doing anything else after this. I'm done. I'm going to finish my career with the guy who's helped me start my career. And that's how it's going to be. So next week we'll cover what I was going to cover today. But basically, you know, we're talking about building strength in that here. I'll probably have more detailed sharing and stuff like that on the call and stuff like that. You know, maybe go over some charts and stuff like that for next Wednesday. But we kind of got a little bit off topic here today, and I guess I don't know, a little carried away a bit maybe. But I'm going to let you guys chime in. I want to have Tamara chime in a bit. You and I have been talking here for quite a bit, Tom. Tamara, chime in a little bit on that. And Noella, if you got something you want to write in there, please do that. Okay. So, Tamara, go right ahead. Did I get a little too direct today?
Let's put it this way: I had to take the headsets off of quite a few times to get through all that.
I'll survive this, Tamara.
I was going to say, I was going to ask you, did you need for me to bring you some ointment?
I think a little bit. We'll talk later.
I'm pretty direct, okay?
I understand that, and I understand what you're coming from. You know, don't expect people to build it for you and everything, but you know, we also have the new people that are coming in, and that's where CLB is. You know, we can take that from you. You know, hey, we'll get you in the business, but if you want to know the training or you need the personal stuff, then we've got, you know, the morning motivator. We've got, you know, CLB, whatever, to help that. You know, so there's other ways. You know, all because, and I can say this to Tom because we're friends, but I can tell I agree with Carl that, you know, he has his way of doing it, and he's showing his way, but all because he's in your downline, you can't expect him to show you every little minute thing that needs to be done, because that he would be spending all of his time doing your job at that point. So I understand where he's coming from, but you know, at the same time, you know, I feel that having that harsh of it, like, hey, it's either this way or forget it type attitude, you know, if it works for you, Carl, great. But a lot of people, it was not that way, and people who've been in business long enough can say that, but a lot of the new people are not quite that.
Look, I'm pretty direct. Okay?
Right.
Let's put it that way. I'm very direct with things. But you also have to understand is that they're starting their own business. You know, it's like they become a franchisee. Okay. So it's going to be up to them to make sure that they go through the training that is provided in there, because you've all been through it. You already know how valuable the training is. I provide a site for all my people and anybody in TLN that wants to use it. And the reason I put that together is so that I wouldn't be questioned every 5 minutes. I got to get work done. So that is there to help that. But people have to take, at some point, some kind of responsibility. You know, you can only handhold people for so long. You know, because then you become unproductive at that point.
I agree.
Does that make any
but
sense?
at the same time, people, and that was been my problems for years on the internet, and where, you know, I'm still learning how to do the mechanical things, or, you know, like the suggestion of doing the autoresponder, is because I didn't know how to deal with my emotion. How do I bring myself up? How do I, you know, I'm confused. I don't see results, and then I never made $2,000 or $3,000 a month in the past to say, oh, I made it once, I can make it again. So, you know, I can understand where the new people are coming from. It's like, you know, so yeah, we had to work on their self-esteem.
This is a different topic now, okay? Because we were talking about people who are taking advantage.
Well, that's
now,
different.
we're talking about people that just want to learn. That's a different case. You know, and you know, Tom wants to learn, you want to learn, Noel, everybody wants to learn. So I'm there to do that, okay? And if you need to call me, I'm there. So don't be scared of me, okay? I'm not a bull all the time, just most of the time.
Okay, so if you want to,
But
So
I'm here to help you guys, Tamara. See, if you were one of those that was waiting for your business to be built, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be here today. You would have gone a long time ago. Okay? You're motivated. That's a totally different kind of scenario we're talking about now. So, as a mentor and as a trainer, I need to sit with you and I need to guide you in the direction you need to be guided in. And, you know, what I need to do, especially if I'm going to do them on these Hangouts, I need to have the one topic that we're going to talk about for the day, and I need to be able to stick to that, because sometimes I drift. Like I did today, I drifted a little bit.
Really?
But but it all still came back to building strength and income with your downline. Okay? It's all about working with your team to build that, and we talked about the 2x2 by 2x2 because that's what this thing is all about. That's what creates you all the money. I talked about the mental attitude. That's something that you need to have in order to do that, in order to build that strength and that income. If you don't have those kind of features embedded into your mindset, then you're going to go in the total wrong direction. Some people are going to listen to it. Most people aren't.
Well, that's a
and
point.
You know why? It's because they're coming from a society that allows them to be lazy and still get paid. Anybody that's out there in the world can go and get a job anywhere, get paid every 2 weeks or whatever it is. They can go to that job for 8 hours a day and work 3 out of the 8 hours and still get paid. Okay? Because there's going to be those people who are going to slack off. I worked with them in the corporate world. You know, I don't know how many times I saw guys going out and smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, you know. Some of them hanging around the cafeteria or on a different floor or whatever it is, talking to people. That's not doing their job. That's just hanging out till their 8 hours are gone. There's people that sit in their cubicles all day long, and some of them play on Facebook all day, right? You know, they're there, they're getting paid, but they're not being monitored. They don't have any kind of responsibility. They got a job, and they're there until somebody fires them, right? That's the difference. And then these people come to the internet because they read all this stuff about how you can make so much money and not doing anything. That's because you got some morons out there that are actually telling people that you can actually make hundreds of thousands of dollars and do nothing online. Well, you know why they're saying that, right? They're saying that so you go and join their business. It's a friggin' emotional ploy that they do. It's stealth tactics is what it is. It's just they will say anything and everything to get you to join a business. That's why a lot of businesses get shut down now by the FTC, because they're telling people on their site, you don't have to sponsor, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, you don't have to do anything. Just wake up in the morning and your paycheck's there. And you know what? Less than 1% will ever have that happen to them. The only ones that have that happen to them are the guys that suckered all those people into paying their money. Those are the guys that have the money. Because they're promoting something that's never going to happen. And people get suckered to that. I'm telling you right now, it takes work. You need to talk to people. You need to do everything it takes. Don't rely on autoresponders or any kind of automation to run your business, because it won't do it. I know personally a guy who spends over $10,000 a month on automation, you know, going out there and sending solo ads out and stuff like that, just so he can almost break even. What's the point? He was actually, and I'm not mentioning who this guy is, but he would actually get 3 or 4 people that would sign up for his 300 or 400 people that would sign up for his business every single month, and 300 to 350 of them would quit by the next month. You know why? Anybody have any idea why?
Well, they weren't making money.
Well, that's one reason, but there was another reason behind it. He wouldn't talk to them.
Oh.
They wouldn't talk to them. Who wants to be in a business with somebody who's never going to talk to them? Who wants to be there? Put up your hand.
No.
Be any, right?
Okay.
Okay. I don't even get into business unless somebody gets on the phone with me. If they're not willing to talk to me, I'm not willing to do business with them. Done. That's why I talk to everybody, because people want to know if there's actually somebody who wants to work with them. All the people that have joined me in business would not have joined me had I not talked to them. Tom, you would never have joined me if I never talked to you.
Absolutely.
Never in a million years would you have joined with me. Even though you've known me for that many years, if I just said, hey, text you, hey, Tom, join here.
You reached out to
Never
Carl.
talked to you, and then I never talked to you after that. You would never have joined this company with me, and neither would anybody else who's in my business. I've had people tell me that the only reason they joined this is because I gave them a phone call. Okay? And this guy who was doing it, and probably still spending $10,000, $15,000 a month and getting 300 or 400 people joining him a month, is still having that fallout. Imagine if he phoned all those people. The guy would probably be making $1 million plus a year. Easily. Maybe $2 million. Because these people would still be in his business. Instead of falling out and saying, well, you know, I'm not going to be here because nobody wants to talk to me. Right? That's why I get on the phone with each and every one of you guys that are in here. I'm constantly on the phone with you guys, or texting with you, or communicating with you, or something. I'm not scared to get on the phone with my people. I'm not scared to spend time helping them set up, because that's what people need. They're new to the internet, many of them. They don't know what they're doing, and all they want is some help, and that's what Tamara was talking about. Okay? You know, Tamara goes, I just want someone to help me. I just want someone to show me what I need to do. Just like you were saying, just like Noelle is saying, and everybody else is saying. Right?
Right. Absolutely.
And that's why I get on the phone with you. And I've done one-on-ones with people. You know, if anybody else out there that is making a lot of money and stuff like that, they'll get on the phone with you in a heartbeat. But as soon as they have their credit card. Because they're not going to do it for free. I'll get on the phone and I'll work with you for free.
Right.
Al Smith will do that. Alan Hordell will do that. Everybody in this company will do that. But wannabes out there will want you to pay to talk to them, which is complete BS. I've been in 2 companies now in the last 3 years that's all they wanted. Oh, you want to talk to me? Well, it's going to cost you this. Screw you. See ya. I'm not.
I keep getting butted off here, so I'm just going to go ahead and go. I didn't want you to think I was leaving you high and dry.
Let me just finish because I was just trying to tell, you know, this is why we're doing what we're doing here on these calls. It's because of you, Tamara, and Dawn, and Noelle, and the others. This is why I'm here for you guys, okay? To help you guys, because all you want to do is learn how to do this, how to make $1,000 a month, $2,000, $3,000 a month. And I'll tell you right now, to each and every one of you on this panel, that I'll bust my balls to make sure that you guys make money, okay? I will do whatever it takes to help you guys make money, because you're not quitters. If you were, you would have been gone by now. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys here. You know, Tom, even though I picked on you a little bit today, right. You're not a quitter. You're not a guy relying on me to build your business. You're not.
I want to make a statement on that, Carl, because I want to get clear that I know that you're going to help me build my business, both doing it for me, but also helping me do it myself. Because I know I can make more money doing it myself, but I do need your help. And I know
that, and that's why, you know, I kind of used you as an example because I was talking about the way I was building. You know, I get you to, and then I'm done. Okay, but when I say when I get you to and I'm done, those are for people that I see not doing anything, that they're waiting and watching me do everything. Right. Tom, you wouldn't be on this panel every day. You wouldn't be in the webinars every day. You wouldn't be there if you weren't going to build this business. Amen. Okay, Amen. That's what you have to understand. Is that I already know you're not here waiting for me to do everything for you. Neither is Tamara, Noelle, or anybody else. Okay? I was just trying to make a point out there, and maybe it got a little bit too personal, which I apologize to if that's how it came across. But that's me. That's the type of guy I am.
Yeah.
And then you get the sweethearts like me to calm them down.
Yeah.
You know,
balance it out.
You know, she phones me. Yeah, like she says, go. That, right? So
she helps me after you beat me up, and then she helps me. Oh, it's okay.
It is okay. You're okay.
This is the longest one we've had, and I think we're gonna have to call this quits before everybody stops. They probably already stopped watching by now, anyways. But
yeah.
You know what? I had a lot of fun with you guys here today, and I love being on this panel with you guys. I'm glad you guys put up with me on here. You know, and I allow you to put me in your place. I mean, Tamara's done it already, right? and I accept that.
Yeah.
It's also because I know my wife is right beside me, and I better let it happen.
And she's like, yeah, go, Tamara, go!
Once in a while, free form is good here, Carl. You know,
that's why I like having these open forums type thing. You know, I want you guys to give the feedback. I want you guys to participate in this. You know, I try not to do most of the talking, although that's what happens a lot of times. I do, and I apologize. But you know, sometimes, you know, if you feel you need to get a word in, jump in. Okay. Just say, hey, you know, and I'll stop. Okay. Because sometimes I can just talk for too long, right? Like today, right? So.
Carl, yeah, no problem.
I can go for another 2 hours. So, but anyways, you guys, thanks so much. I know you guys got lots to do today. I'm here for you. Okay, just know that. Okay, so, and that goes out there. Okay, so thanks again. Have a great weekend, you guys, and we'll see you again next Wednesday. Take care.
Okay, Carl.
Thanks. Bye.